As humans, we have a very big threshold for excuses. We love when we can point the finger at something that made us act a certain way. We love when we can say, it's not my fault, but it's because of whatever we put the blame on. We can misplace that blame because we don't have to place it where sometimes it need to be, which is right here. It's simpler to do that. And when I think about how simple it is or how simple it seems, I think about over my life. The times that I was messing up, the times that I was out here chasing women, I was blaming it. I'm like, they make it so easy. That's why I want to do it. That's why I'm in these situations. That's why I continually do what I do. And then I also blame society. Hey, society normalized this. Guys are supposed to have fun every time that we can get a chance to have fun. That's what we're gonna do. This is what we're supposed to do. God's, meanwhile, using people, even the people that I'm doing these things with, to speak to me and say, you need to stop this. I'm like, you mean we need to stop this? Girl, you just got out of my bed. You talking about I need to stop it? What a double standard. You look like a hypocrite, not knowing that that was the pursuit of God on my life. And as much as we want to place the blame on situations and people, we need to take a look at what the Word of God is saying about temptation and the way that we can avoid it. 1 Corinthians 10:13, I'm reading from the NIV, it says, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." I believe, and there's a belief system out there that states that the songs that, God will not put more on you than you can bear was created from this very verse in 1 Corinthians 10. And Paul was talking to the church of Corinth about temptation, about the things that were to come. The church of Corinth, first and foremost, was buck wild. They were a metropolitan city, or they were near a metropolitan city, and they were experiencing a lot of chaos. So he was using a lot of examples from the Old Testament to remind them, hey, remember Moses, part of the Red Sea, the same people that were in the wilderness, the Lord provided manna, he provided spiritual drink and spiritual food for them, and then they still turned away from God. Let's not be like them. Let's not blame God for, I have no way to get out of this, or hey, I'm going to make an excuse for this behavior that I know I need to change, when God is providing us a way out. There's no such thing as no way out of a situation that you really know that you're not supposed to be in. The only time that we feel like it's no way out is when we already made the decision up in our mind. If you think about it, someone locks you in a room with $1 million, you're going to find some way to try to get out of there. Naturally, you're going to be like, you know what? Man, $1 million? I'm going to try to make an excuse. Oh, I don't know what happened to the $1 million. Oh, I don't know what happened to the relationship that you told me that you were in. Oh, suddenly now you need a friend. Oh, now I'm the friend that you've been waiting for, and now I have this listening ear. Now I'm going to shut this up. I'm just going to listen. And now you're telling me exactly what I need you to tell me, so that way I can rationalize being in the situation that I'm in. And all the while, God is in your other ear. God is in that same ear. He's using other people. He's using that funny feeling you have in your stomach. It's not indigestion. This is conviction saying, get out of there. So the times that we feel like we're helpless and all we had to do is, I had to comply, that there was no other way out, we already made a decision to say, I don't even want to hear what you got to say, God. I'm disregarding what you're saying, even though we hear what he's saying. And he may not be verbalizing what he's saying, but we feel what he's saying. We have an uneasiness which is caused by what he's saying. It's time for us to stop blaming the situations and why we're staying in them and why we're continually cheating people, or why we're continually cursing people out and violating them and doing all these other evil things. It's time for us to put the blame here and say, Lord, there was a way out of this situation. And I look back over my life again. There was ways out of situations that I was in, but I was content being in those situations, and I used the excuse of there was no way out but to do it to appease my own prideful, selfish self. My own self. But it still doesn't change the fact that the Lord will not let us be tempted beyond what we can bear. And he knows every one of our thresholds. He knows what you can handle. He knows what you can't handle. And he knows that if he gives you something that you can't handle, then you must need him. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that means if there's something that is in front of you that you can't lift, you're going to need an extra hand, his hand. So are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to continually make excuses for you continually repeating these cycles over and over again? And he's just waiting for you to look at the door. It's unlocked. Get out now.